Rolling.
And action.
Wait, no, presenter, are you okay?
Good.
Do you
Okay.
need a breath?
And action.
Oh, okay. It's my favorite scene presentation, 7, N. By Jose synopsis. So, when retiring police detective William Somerset tackles a final case with the aid of newly transferred David Mills, they discover a number of elaborate and grisly murders based around a grouping and classification of vices within Christian teachings known as the 7 deadly sins. They soon realize they are dealing with a serial killer who, for most of the movie, even including the starting credits, the rolling credits at the beginning, his name's not even there, so we don't know who plays the killer. He's completely unknown. The serial killer chooses his victims based on what sin he feels they represent within the sins. And Somerset also befriends Mills' wife, Tracy, who's pregnant and afraid to raise her child in the crime-riddled city that Mills brought her to. Background, the genre is drama, mystery, also falls under the category of, what? Mystery and thriller? I thought mystery twice? Okay. Release date, September 22nd, 1995. Budget, 33 million estimated. And box office worldwide was 327 million. Blah, 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 blah. The length is 2 hours and 6 minutes long. And 2 milliseconds. Director is David Fincher. Okay, the film was directed by David Fincher, who worked on movies such as The Game, Fight Club, Panic Room, Zodiac, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Gone Girl, Jesus, and Alien 3. However, Fincher wasn't actually New Line Cinema's first pick. The job was actually supposed to go to Guillermo del Toro, who turned it down because he thought the film's world was too dark. Actually, a majority of the main cast was second choices, as you're going to see. Like the writer, too. The writer was Andrew Kevin Walker, who wrote other films such as Nerdland, Wolfman, Sleepy Hollow, 8 millimeter, I don't know what it is. And what did I put? Oh, many more. He is known for studios attempting to tone down his warped story writing, which is what they try to do with, I think, this film. Is either they try to tone it down or they try to change the ending a whole bunch of times, because the ending was like, I don't know, kind of controversial. Not really, but it sucked. Yeah, he's a dark person. Scary. So yeah, Morgan Freeman plays the protagonist. He's the first person seen on screen. He is Detective Somerset, who is tasked with solving the mystery of the 7 deadly sins killer, which is what I call him. Just like David Fincher wasn't the first pick for director, Freeman was second pick for the role of Somerset, which was supposed to go to Al Pacino, yeah, who decided to do City Hall instead. Freeman is not only known for his amazing voice, but also films such as Shawshank Redemption, Going in Style, and The Dark Knight, and many, many more. Brad Pitt plays the role of Detective Mills. What the heck did I get? Whose first job, like when he first gets to the city, his first task is to help Somerset to solve the case. Yeah, the 7 deadly sins case, that's what I call it. Mills moves into the apartment with his wife Tracy, who doesn't seem to be so stoked about the move compared to Somerset. Compared to Somerset, Mills endures much more pain and suffering and is forced to live with the consequences of his actions forever. Both Denzel Washington and Sylvester Stallone turned down the role of Mills, causing it to fall into Brad Pitt's hands. Look at that guy. Yeah, this is where I kind of gave up. Dang, I didn't even put the pictures. Gwyneth Paltrow plays the role of Tracy, Mills' wife, who's pregnant. She doesn't seem to be much of importance in the beginning, but plays a really big role in the end of the film that practically changes everything. Christina Aguilera was supposed to play the role of Tracy.
Applegate.
But
Applegate.
Applegate? That's Aguilera? I can't see. Kevin Spacey was, there's that last personalities, we'll go for that. He's the one who plays the infamous serial killer, John Doe. Although practically non-existent in the beginning of the film, Doe is the main antagonist of the film and brings pain to Detective Mills more than you could know in many, many ways. You could never imagine. Spacey's role was originally supposed to go to Val Kilmer. There's water. Oh yeah, before this scene. Okay, so this scene takes place at the end of the film and is it's a really big spoiler. It's undeniably
It spoils the whole film, but it's still, you should still see it. It's really
yeah,
good.
it's intense. Sorry. It's undeniably the climax of the entire film. Before all this goes down, we have John Doe in the back of a police car with Detective Mills and Somerset, apparently leading them to the last 2 bodies. So he killed the other 5 deadly sins. Now he's leading them to, I think it was wrath and
Envy.
Envy. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he envies. Yeah. Apparently leading them to the last 2 victims. It's supposed to be part of Doe's 7 deadly sins thing. As a police helicopter follows overhead, while in the car, Doe gives his long monologue explaining his reasoning for doing what he does, explaining that the world is impure and we all tolerate the sins that we see every day. He goes back and forth with Detective Mills and seems to be playing with him while Mills thinks he has the upper hand. The car stops in the middle of nowhere in the desert by some tension power lines, which seem to be a sea of interlined sevens. So it's like, sevens in the movie, and you see a bunch of sevens, you'll see. As Doe leads Mills and Somerset to the bodies, they notice a van speeding in. Doe and Mills stay back Doe and Mills stay back as Somerset goes to investigate the van and, yeah. Huh? Whatever. So you said exit.
Yeah, right there. Let's cut.
Cut.